Hi, I'm Paul Psolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com. Today we're going to look at Test 1, Section 2, number 31, which reads, the writer wants to add the following sentence to the paragraph. After filling out a simple registration form and taking a quick tour of the facility, I took a seat at a table and got right to work on my laptop. The best placement for this sentence is immediately, and then you have before or after this or that sentence. When you're doing these sentence placement questions, there's maybe 5 things you want to keep in mind. One is, would you expect a paragraph go to specific to general or general to specific? Well, of course it goes general to specific. You get your main idea, topic, sentence, and then you get specific supporting details after that. Would you expect a paragraph to go from solution to problem or problem to solution? Well, of course you get the problem before you get the solution. For both of those types of questions, you want to check the transition before. And one thing that students often forget is they don't check the transition after. And that's the key to getting these questions correct many, many times. You want to make sure you're not separating any sentences that should not be separated. And then lastly, see if you'd expect something before or after one of the sentences. So if it says, without this idea, Einstein would have never formed this theory of relativity, you got to ask yourself, am I expecting something before or after? Well, in that sentence, you'd expect something before. What are you expecting before? You would expect the idea before. So without this idea. So if you see a word like this or that or these or those, it's going to tell you what you're expecting before. So anyhow, let's look at this sentence placement. Answer choice A, before sentence 1. Now this is a time-consuming type of question. So if you have a timing issue, you might save these for last, and if you have time, all the questions are worth the same number of points. Save these for last, and if you have time, then do it. So the last sentence, the article goes on by suggesting that the most valuable resource provided by co-working spaces are actually people who use them. And then we'd have, after filling out a simple registration form and taking a quick tour of the facility, I took a seat at the table and got right to work on my laptop. I mean, I didn't even know that he was there yet. And then, number 1, thus, even though I already had all the equipment I needed at my home office, I decided to use a co-working space in my city. So he's going to decide to use a co-working space in the city before he fills out a registration. Answer choice A is gone. Let's look at after sentence 1. Thus, even though I already had all the equipment I needed in my home office, I decided to try using a co-working space in my city. After filling out a simple registration form and taking a quick tour of the facility, I took a seat at a table and got right to work on my laptop. So transitioning from the previous, he decided to use a co-working space. He filled out a registration form. You might be thinking, oh, that's okay. We are actually, it may seem to fit there, but we are actually, he says I decided to try using one. He didn't decide on which one yet. So there might be a little gap. You might pick up on that. Even if you don't, make sure you read the sentence after. Because I was specifically interested in co-working's reported benefits related to creativity, I chose a facility that offered a bright open work area where I wouldn't be isolated. So of course he's got to choose that area before he fills out an application form. So after sentence 1 is gone. Let's check out after sentence 2. Because I was specifically interested in co-working's reported benefits related to creativity, I chose a facility that offered a bright open work area where I wouldn't be isolated. So he chose it. After filling out a simple registration form and taking a quick tour of the facility, I took a seat at a table and got right to work on my laptop. Makes sense. Now sentence 3, throughout the morning more people arrived. That seems to work. So it makes sense that he's going to fill out a registration form, take a seat. Now he's spending some time there, he's doing some work there, and then throughout the morning more people arrive. We'll investigate after sentence 3 though. Sentence 3, throughout the morning more people arrived. After filling out a simple registration form and taking a quick tour of the facility, I took a seat at a table and got right to work on my laptop. It's probably not going to take so much time to do this inserted part to say throughout the morning more people arrived beforehand. So it looks like it's not going to be answer choice D. Answer choice C is your correct answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with sentence placement questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.